Have you ever noticed that the more desperately you want something, the further away it seems to become? The more you chase success, the longer success avoids you. The more you seek love, the emptier your heart begins to feel. The more you force happiness, the more anxiety quietly takes its place. It's a strange paradox, isn't it? We've spent our entire lives believing that if we just work harder, think harder, plan better, and never stop pushing, eventually everything we want will arrive. But what if the opposite is true? What if the greatest obstacle between you and the life you've always dreamed of isn't a lack of effort, but an excess of it? What if your constant need to control every outcome is silently pushing your dreams further away? Imagine holding a handful of sand. The tighter you squeeze it, the faster it slips through your fingers. But when you relax your hand, the sand stays exactly where it belongs. Life works in much the same way. The harder you grip, the more resistance you create. The calmer you become, the more naturally things begin to unfold. This isn't wishful thinking. It isn't blind optimism. And it certainly isn't about sitting on your couch waiting for the universe to hand you everything you've ever wanted. No, it's something much deeper. It's a timeless principle that philosophers understood thousands of years before modern psychology ever gave it a name. The Stoics knew that a peaceful mind is far more powerful than a desperate one. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor who ruled one of the greatest empires in history, constantly reminded himself that true power never comes from controlling the world. It comes from mastering yourself. Because when your emotions stop controlling your actions begin shaping your future. Today, we're going to explore one of the most misunderstood truths in Stoic philosophy. A truth that explains why relaxed people often seem luckier, why calm people attract better opportunities, why those who stop chasing desperately somehow receive more than those who spend every waking moment trying to force life into submission. First, this idea may sound completely backward. After all, our society celebrates hustle, praises stress. It rewards exhaustion. We're told that if we're not constantly busy, we're falling behind. That if we're not worried, we're not trying hard enough. And if we ever slow down, someone else will take what belongs to us. But look around. Are the most anxious people really the happiest? Do the people who constantly worry actually enjoy their success? Or are they simply trapped inside an endless cycle, always chasing the next achievement, never feeling satisfied, never believing they're enough? This is the trap. The Stoics called it attachment. Modern psychology calls it emotional dependence. Different names, same prison. You begin believing that your happiness depends on getting a specific outcome. I'll finally be happy when I get that promotion. I'll finally feel confident when people admire me. I'll finally relax after I make enough money. But then something interesting happens. You reach that goal, and almost immediately, your mind creates another one, another mountain, another reason to postpone happiness, another excuse to keep running. The finish line keeps moving, not because life is unfair, but because your mind has been trained to believe that peace exists somewhere in the future. Never here, never now. Marcus Aurelius warned himself about this nearly 2,000 years ago. He understood that the human mind creates unnecessary suffering by demanding reality to be different from what it is. We argue with life. We argue with time. We argue with people. We argue with the past. We argue with the future. And in doing so, we lose the only thing we truly possess, this present moment. Think about your own life. How much energy have you spent worrying about conversations that never happened? Problems that never appeared? Failures that existed only inside your imagination? How many sleepless nights have you sacrificed trying to predict a future that eventually unfolded completely differently? Most of us aren't exhausted because life is difficult. We're exhausted because our minds never stop fighting reality. The Stoics believed that the strongest person isn't the one who controls everyone else. The strongest person is the one who no longer needs to. Imagine standing in the middle of a violent storm. The wind is screaming. The rain is pouring. Everything around you feels chaotic. Now imagine an ancient oak tree. It doesn't panic. It doesn't fight the wind, simply bends. It remains rooted, and because it doesn't resist every gust, it survives storms that destroy everything else. That is the Stoic mindset. Strength without struggle, power without force, confidence without arrogance, peace without perfect circumstances. Most people believe manifestation is about thinking positively until the universe gives them what they want. The Stoics would completely disagree. To them, manifestation begins the moment your inner world stops depending on your outer world. When your peace no longer depends on money, relationships, status, or other people's opinions, something incredible happens. Fear disappears, and when fear disappears, clarity takes its place. You make better decisions. You notice opportunities others overlook. People trust you more. Your confidence becomes natural instead of forced. Ironically, that calm state often creates exactly the success you were chasing all along. Not because the universe suddenly changed, but because you did. And that changes everything. So before we go any further, I want you to ask yourself one simple question. What am I trying so desperately to control right now? Is it money, a relationship, your future, someone else's opinion? Or perhaps, it's the version of yourself you think you should already be.